What's up everyone? Just a quick video where I want to explain why I think steps are king when your goals are orientated around fat loss or maintaining an already lean physique. So why I feel like steps are king is, let's just say for example, you cycle for an hour, you swim for an hour, or you run for an hour, or box for an hour. You're going to burn more calories in that hour doing those activities that I just stated than what you would walk in. But the idea with walking or getting your steps in, let's just say your goal set at 10,000 a day or 12,500 a day. So for reference, I believe 12,500 steps a day is considered very active. So if your goals are set at somewhere around that threshold, you'll be spending more time on your feet throughout the day to reach that goal, which means you're, at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, even at the end of the year, if you stick to this long term, which hopefully you do, you'll be spending more time on your feet moving around than what you would sat on your backside watching the telly, for example. Now, that's not to take away from cycling. I like cycling, I'm a fan of it myself. That's not to take away from any other form of cardio, because essentially the one that you enjoy doing the most is going to be more sustainable long term because you enjoy it, and if you enjoy it, you're more likely to stick to it. But steps are so low taxing on the central nervous system, and you accrue less fatigue with getting your steps in, that you can do them for longer. And because you do them for longer, they do take longer to do, you will be on your feet more than what you're not to achieve the goal wherever it's set. Now, everyone's entry point with steps is going to be different, but for the sake of the video, that I'm going to try and keep it short as I possibly can, the more time we spend on our feet moving, the better, or the more we increase our TDEE, okay, total daily energy expenditure. So if we're maintaining our physique on 2,000 to 2,500 calories, if we're walking more, we can take our maintenance up to 3,000, or from 2,000 to 2,500, or from 2,500 to 3,000. Me personally, I'm sat around 3,200 calories. If I want to go above that, I've really got to do a bit more. But if I'm on 12,500 steps as a minimum threshold for myself to reach daily, plus lifting weights 3 to 4 times a week, I'm on training days, the calories will be even higher. But what's specific to me is irrelevant for this video. I'm just referencing to myself for the sake of what I'm trying to bring the point across to you guys, to try and explain it in the easiest terms possible. So if we increase our TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, we're supplementing our biggest calorie burn of the day, which is our resting metabolic rate. That's just being alive. That is where we burn the majority of our calories. So if we can increase our TDEE on top of our metabolic resting rate, calories burned at rest, then we bring our threshold for maintenance calories higher, which allows us to eat a bit more food. And if we're being smart with our food choices, and we're, choosing the right amount of volume with the least amount of calories possible, like cutting unnecessary oils out, for example, I make some homemade oven chips. There's no need to drench that in oil or deep fry them. Just cut the potato up, put them in the oven. You can have a pretty decent sized amount of chips or potato wedges, whatever you want to cut them and make them, with some, lean meat and a little bit of veg. That meal's going to keep you full for longer. And I'd probably do about 4 hours from a meal like that, for example. And if I can fit another meal like that in, that's more protein towards muscle building, more, nutrients towards recovery. So ultimately, building muscle and increasing our TDEE through steps is going to be the ultimate way to maintain a lean physique or even get fat loss in the first place. So if fat loss was the goal, yeah, you would still need to be in a calorie deficit regardless of how many steps you get in. You wouldn't want to be eating up to maintenance and eating back those calories. You'd still want to make sure you're in a deficit. But steps, ultimately, in my opinion, will always remain king, because you simply spend more time on your feet moving to achieve the threshold you set for yourself. So that's all I'm going to do for tonight. That's where I want to leave it at. Subscribe, like, get involved with the channel. I'm really new to this. I'm not expecting much. I'm not going to hit it and be some massive YouTuber. I'm just passionate about this. I've got knowledge on this. I've helped people with this. And if I can put this onto a video, as low quality as it is, I'm just starting out, will improve as time goes on, then the better I can help people and spread this message out there. So take care, guys, and thanks for watching.